Hello, Meoni here. Welcome back to another video. Patch 7.4 is just about to release, and this is your complete unlock guide, and also a guide to some things to check out in the patch. If there's something that isn't listed in this, it is likely because it is in a subsequent patch, be that 7.41, which releases on the 6th of January, or beyond that with stuff like Hildebrand, etc. in 7.45, which is in quite a few weeks from now. So let's go through what is in 7.4. So first of all, the main scenario quest will continue with a quest called With the Winds. This can be acquired from Alphano as the NPC located in Solution 9 at coordinates x11.9, y6.3. The prerequisite for this is to complete the patch 7.3 main storyline quest, The Promise of Tomorrow, so ensure that you have done that and that you are level 100. This quest begins the entire patch 7.4 storyline, and completing the MSQ unlocks sections of content including the Mistwake dungeon as well as a new trial Hell on Rails. Hell on Rails Extreme version though will require the completion of the normal mode first, and then a visit to Tulialal at x11.1 y14.6 talking to the Wandering Minstrel to unlock that extreme version. Of course, again, you need to complete the normal mode and be level 100. For the Unreal trial then, which is Tsukiyomi's Pain, added in 7.4, this will appear under the usual Unreal category on your duty finder, if you are familiar with that. If you have never unlocked Unreals before, you need to go to Idleshire, and there should be a quest to do with the fantastic Mr. Foe, I believe it is called. Follow this quest line and it will unlock the Foe Hollows minigame, which will also unlock the Unreals as a new section of the category for Tsukiyomi's Pain this time around. If you've already done this before, it's just a case of you opening your duty finder and you'll be able to find it listed there automatically. And once you've got that unlocked, basically you don't have to do that quest ever again, and if there are future patches that give a different Unreal, it will just replace the one that was there previously. For the Arcadion Heavyweight Division normal mode, you will need to go and find Yana, the NPC located in Solution 9 at x22.2, y16.6. This quest is called Feral Fandom and has a prerequisite of completing the Lone Wolf, which is the previous Arcadion quest line for the previous tier, so bear that in mind. You obviously need to be level 100 and have completed that. Then for Savage mode, this will unlock on the 6th of January and requires all 4 floors of the Arcadion Heavyweight normal to be completed. Obviously, there will be a Wandering Minstrel visit to unlock the Savage version of those. For the new Air Force One map, the Cial Delays, you need to go talk to Sabatenta Goya in the Gold Saucer at x4.9, y4.8. This obviously requires you to have unlocked the Gold Saucer and requires level 15 and above. Of course, this is added to the usual Gold Saucer rotation, and once every hour on the hour and every 20 minutes, I think it is, past that, it has a chance to be Air Force One, and of course this new map will be made into that rotation and doubled up slightly to give you a better chance of trying it out, which is pretty cool. There are also new Gold Saucer rewards mentioned in the patch notes for this patch, so you might want to go to the prize claim vendor and see if there's anything new. For the Occult Crescent then, there are new phantom jobs, Dancer, Mystic Knight and Gladiator. As for the details of how to get access to those phantom jobs, we do not know currently. However, there are also some new Occult Crescent accessories that can be acquired from Mystic Pots, Happy Bunnies, as well as Fates and Critical Engagements, which are randomly distributed. But as for the Dancer, Mystic Knight and Gladiator new phantom jobs, we do not currently know how you get access to those, but there are new rewards they mention in the patch notes added to the actual Antiquarian NPC, which is where you would buy a lot of the previous phantom jobs that were purchasable, so there's a good chance they might be on that vendor. Another thing that you might want to know is that the Phantom Village itself, the hub where you go for the Occult Crescent as well as the relic weapon upgrades, you can directly teleport there now from Tulialal. All you need to do to unlock this is attune to all of the Tulialal Ethernet shards, so go around Tulialal and complete all of those, as well as completing the Unfamiliar Territory quest. This will permanently unlock teleport access directly to the Phantom Village. And if you do this in 7.4, you won't have to go to the docks and talk to the NPC to get on a boat to go to the Phantom Village anymore. You'll just be able to teleport there via the Ethernet from Tuliarlol's main Etherite. So bear that in mind, it'll save you some time in the long run. Also in patch 7.4, a new PvP series begins, as well as a PvP ranked season as well. For the PvP series, Series 10 will begin with lots of new rewards. We actually got a sneak peek in the patch notes of this mount, which is confirmed to be from that new PvP series. So any PvP that you take part in 7.4 series leading up to the next patch in the future will grant you progress on a battle pass towards collecting this mount and a few other items. Usually there's emotes and minions, that kind of thing. Additionally, in PvP there is also a brand new map called Warcore Shirte, which essentially looks like it is a more offense focused map where you're tasked with taking points but not needing to defend them, with various buffs depending on the weather conditions that change. Snowmen seem to provide you with line of sight blocking, and there's also a sort of northern lights effect that increases the speed of which your limit gauge refills, as well as increasing the rate of the higher point zone spawning. So that could be quite an interesting adventure, and definitely something you might want to consider to get started on before obviously the PvP queues diminish later on in the patch cycle. Other things that were added in 7.4 that you might want to check out that don't have a specific unlock, they're just naturally immediately unlocked, include the glamour changes. So you might want to take a visit to your in-room to check out your glamour dresser, which has a lot of new features, including the ability to store outfit glamours. Where you don't have a full set of an outfit, you can still store it as an outfit glamour, which is pretty handy. And the unlock to glamour regardless of your job level or role restrictions, aside from weapons, which are excluded from that, but pretty much anything goes, and that's one of my most anticipated features. And then there's the strategy board system. This is automatically updated as soon as you patch the game. This is a built-in tool for planning and visualizing raid strategies. You can draw diagrams, assign positions, make it obvious which position you're taking part in, and you can also share or export these boards with really good raid planning as well, with live editing modes to share progress on things, which is especially useful for the 6th of January when Savage comes out. A lot of people will hopefully be using this feature and then sharing their strategies via the share codes. Additionally, we got a quick action panel. This is a new system that lets you assign emotes, target markers, glamour plates, teleport actions, shooting actions, anything that you would ordinarily put onto an action bar. You can assign any of those things to a quick panel, which basically allows you to put stuff like your food buffs or emotes, target markers, that kind of stuff, onto an easily accessible button that can be keybound, that you can toggle on and off on screen. So instead of filling up all of your action bars and messing up your UI, you can put things that you do frequently use but don't need immediate access to every 5 seconds and put it on there, so you can toggle that on and off. There's lots of really cool features for that as well. So the quick panel might be something you want to check out and set up for your own use. Aside from that, pretty much everything else is reserved for the other patches, be that on the 6th of January with 7.41 or of course with 7.45. We will see things like Hildebrand. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.